Hey, Buttercup.
Hi, Tiramisu.
How are you?
I am fabulous today. And how are you? You're looking beautiful.
Thank you. So are you. I love this ensemble that you're wearing. It looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you. It's very comfy.
It looks comfy.
Ma'am.
Love the hat. Yes. Did you dip? Did you just dip right there?
I
Little
said,
dip?
ma'am.
Okay. I like it. I like it. So I
So,
will tell you, all day today, I had this feeling of, I was trying to find the best word to describe it, but one is, and these are several words, so it's not even one word. I
mhm,
was really looking forward to this discussion because I just feel so, and I think the word is grateful and thankful for this platform because we are getting into some topics that maybe don't make others feel that comfortable, but are
sure.
necessary. We have to have these talks.
Yes.
So, you ready?
I'm ready, Tiramisu. Joe to glow.
Need a glee.
So, Tiramisu, what are we
Okay.
talking
Yes.
about today?
Well, today we're getting into, you know what? Before I tell you what it is, let me tell you this.
That was my drum.
So, you ready? So, let me tell you this. I was outside and I saw a bird, right? And the bird was tweet, 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 tweeting, right?
Right.
And it was like brown and grays and reds. And I listened long enough till I got the tweet, tweet down perfectly. So, you know
Okay.
what I said to myself when I came into the house? I said,
Self
every bird that looks like that must tweet that same way. You know what that sounds like to me?
sounds like it might be a stereotype of a bird.
So what are we talking about today? Stereotypes. Yes, we are.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh
How dare
boy.
I say that bird tweets like every other bird outside? How
No bird
dare I?
tweets the same. No
No
bird
bird
tweets the
tweets
same.
the same, not at all. Let me
Why does
tell
the same
you.
bird sing?
Mm,
Anyway,
uh,
let's just go
Dr.
back to
Maya, we're always going to include you. Yes, so we're going to talk about stereotypes. Woo-hoo. So let me tell you what Oxford Dictionary says that a stereotype is. It says it's a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. So that little bird tweet, tweet, tweeting does not mean that every bird tweet, tweet, tweets the same exact way. That's an oversimplification.
yes.
And so Nelson Mandela says, we slaughter one another in our words and attitudes. We
Mhm.
slaughter one another in the stereotypes and mistrust that lingers in our heads and the words of hate we spew from our lips.
Absolutely.
Yes. So we are going to dig into stereotypes.
Yes, we are. So um I think when we think stereotypes, I feel like there are stereotypes that start that there's childhood stereotypes before you know anyone.
Yes.
And then there's stereotypes you grow into later, maybe, who you're around or what you're exposed to. So I can simplify some of the childhood stereotypes I had, which you know what I'm going to say. They make no sense to me. But let me just say, we're not here to offend anyone. We're
No.
just trying to put it out there, things that you've heard, things that you, that's ridiculous, but
Yeah.
we're going to just go there. So
Right.
when it comes to African American stereotypes, that I thought as a child, or I heard, I don't know if I thought it because it never made sense to me, were all African American people eat chicken and watermelon. Okay, well, I eat chicken and watermelon. Am I African American now? Like, it never, ever made sense to me. But you know what, Tiramisu, I was thinking about this after we chatted a little bit prior to this, that if you think about it, every single ethnicity is stereotyped by their food. So maybe African American people made the best fried chicken, and that's why it became a stereotype. I don't understand the watermelon. I'd have to read into it because we've all eaten watermelon our whole life and chicken our whole life. But, Italians, they're known, they're not known. They're stereotyped for, we know the biggest stereotype. Everyone that's Italian has family members that are mafiosi. No, probably not. And, Irish people are stereotyped for food. They all eat potatoes and drink beer. All Italians eat pasta, which we kind of do, but that's not all.
Right.
So I just want to say one more thing, and then I want to kind of hear what you've heard. I can't understand saying all of anything. Do you know what I mean? I mean,
Yes.
let's just,
Yes.
if I heard someone say all women ... I do not want to be, nor am I related to what any other woman does. I am what I am and what I do. So you can't say all women this, all men this, all Italians this, all African Americans this. Stereotypes in and of themselves are ridiculous to me. But I want to hear some of your childhood stereotypes before we go a little deeper. Some of the little kid ones.
Okay. So I'm going to say, I too obviously have heard that we as a people typically eat fried chicken. I am going to raise my hand and say, I absolutely do. I love my fried chicken. I will love it until eternity. I love fried chicken. So this particular African American woman enjoys fried chicken,
Yes.
and she just so happens to enjoy watermelon. And yes, can you believe it? But I can never say that all of us eat fried chicken and watermelon, because I do know some African American people that choose not to. Why they don't, I don't know. I'm not getting into your reasonings for not eating fried chicken. Maybe some are for health reasons, and I understand that. But
Okay.
aside from that, I eat fried chicken. So I just wanted to make sure the record was straight. So if anyone watching, they will hear me say, Tiramisu, she eats fried chicken and she loves watermelon. Okay?
Same. So I don't know what that means for me.
So African American, we're Italian and Irish. Okay, we got it. All right. The other one, like, was Kool-Aid, block cheese. So, and these are just the food stereotypes. We know stereotypes go way deeper than just food. But I will say I did a little bit of digging on the fried chicken and the watermelon. Watermelon first. Okay. So watermelon, according to some of the journals I read, Smithsonian, was something that was very lucrative for African American people. So they began to grow it and sell it. And they were very successful at doing that. Likewise, fried chicken, same. Very successful, very lucrative. They were doing that. And what happened is, as a result, there were some white people that were very racist and decided to make these images negative of African Americans eating fried chicken and watermelon, especially the fact that if you're really going to eat fried chicken, can we pick it up and eat it with our hands, please? This whole cutting it up and all that, let's eat it with our hands. So that whole eating fried chicken with your hands and watermelon with your hands, they began to turn that, and it became a negative thing, that almost like we were uncouth and it was unclean. So because of that negative connotation, it then carried on a whole nother thing, and it became a stereotype, but almost, quote unquote, a negative stereotype. Okay. So that's why I wanted to just set the record straight. I eat fried chicken, but so do you. And there's so many other people that do watermelon as well. I have farmers that I know that make watermelon, and it's super good, and they all do not look like me. I will tell you that.
Okay.
So, and you can do your own research, whoever's watching, and dig further, but clearly these were things that made African American people entrepreneurs. gave them ownership and pride. And then it happened to be turned and skewed to be something negative.
So it's interesting when you said that because they were eaten with their hands, that became a thing. Because let's just go through a list of foods that are eaten with your hands: hamburgers, all American; hot dogs, all American; pizza. We can fight about where pizza began, but anyway, what, there are multiple foods eaten with your hands. So it's kind of, we know what's going on there. So
Absolutely.
so as time went on, though, tiramisu, and now we're no longer children, and what are the new stereotypes that come to pass? My belief is later in life, you start your stereotypes through exposures
Mhm,
and media.
mhm. Absolutely.
Media portrays certain groups of people in a very negative light many times. And that is what people will think. People that don't know anyone outside of people they look like will
Yes.
then assume that that's all of something. But that again gets me going on. There's no all of anything. It's just
Right.
so. What is your take, Tiramisu, on the stereotypes as we grow up? We can get into a lot, and I
Yes. Yes.
spell myths.
Yes. Let's dispel some of these myths. So I think as an adult person, and this is more common knowledge, I believe now, um, all African American men wear, I'm going to call it the prop, fleece jackets with hoods, known as a hoodie, right? So all African American men wear hoodies.
Oh,
All African American people listen to quote unquote gang banging rap music.
okay.
Okay. Now, I will tell you that I know many people that wear quote unquote the hoodie, and there are many people that also listen to gangster rap music, and they all are not African American. Likewise, not all African Americans wear hoodies, nor all African Americans listen to rap music or gangster rap music. So those
Correct.
are those are some um, to some degree, maybe not as harmful stereotypes, but I think to some degree they are, that are more prominent now as adult people. Because again, the issue that some people have with stereotypes is this: they've now taken the hoodie
Mm.
and maybe the music and the type of music of a people and said that every people that wear, especially African Americans, if you wear a hoodie, you listen to rap music, you must be into negative, horrible things and committing all kinds of heinous things in society. So that's where the stereotype, because although there are some stereotypes that might be to some degree true, the
Mm.
issue comes in when you then associate it with all people, and
Right,
then whatever the negative connotations are of that, you
right,
then allow that to remain within your heart. And that's how you then begin to judge a certain group of people. And so that's when it becomes wrong. So,
right.
how about
Well, the earlier stereotypes, when we talk about the food, which we can say about every single ethnicity, the foods, and some of the other ones, like, oh, in my teen years, then it became all African American people can dance, they have rhythm. All African American people played basketball. Those, those and the food stereotypes, although all stereotypes to me should not exist, they're not the damaging ones. The ones you're talking about is where the damage comes in. This is where people, again, who have never been exposed to anyone, watch television and they see a young man whose pants might not be pulled all the way up and he's wearing a hoodie. And ooh, we're going to cross the street because he's definitely dangerous. He's definitely a criminal. Something is definitely not right there. So that's where it became a negative thing. And we could get into some other more adult stereotypes as
yeah?
well that I I just don't believe in stereotypes about
Mhm.
any. Listen, I barely want to be associated with women in general, let alone my whole race. I don't want the behavior of all women or all Irish Italian women or all whatever women. I can't handle the stereotype. So judge an individual based on their character. That is what we're here to tell you to do. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and I know that you and I right now, we're focusing a lot on African Americans and then for yourself, Irish, Italian Americans. But each culture and each race of people, there are definitely stereotypes that surround them as well. And we may hold some of those as truths, but they are not. So I think one of the things that I want to leave this particular discussion with is what you continue to say is that no all thing is for every single person, individual group of people. It's not. So the minute you start believing, well, all so and so and so and so behave like this, or all so and so do this, or even all so and so eat this. If you come to me and you ask me, do I want so and so and so food? I'm gonna say, can I just get some fried chicken, please? But I'm just kidding. So let's not make the stereotypes, the oversimplified ideas and images about people, about in each person should be judged individually. So that is the bottom line to all of this. And we're definitely going to go in much, 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 much deeper.
yes, yes. But for today, we only started the talk on stereotypes because there are many other things we can discuss. We just wanted to get everyone thinking about what did you grow up hearing before you knew anyone who was any other ethnicity? And then what did that develop into later? What did you hear? And then what did you do with those stereotypes?
Yes.
Did you
Yes.
believe them? Because to some degree, until you meet people and know people, you believe what you've been told, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whatever's been ingrained in you as a child and as you get older. And if you stay in that same space and don't expand, you are going to more than likely hold on to those truths. And just watching television or reading a book is not going to help you. You're going to have to get out and engage and meet other people to determine what might be true about this particular person as it relates to someone else.
Absolutely, tiramisu. Well, we scratched the surface a little on the stereotypes today. We want you to join in, to discuss, maybe even list something we didn't bring up because we only did a little bit, stereotypes that we did not address because we are going to go further. But please comment, follow us, subscribe, like us. Again, people, I just need to clarify that we are going little by little by little. It may not seem like big things each week, but we're going somewhere with this. But there's a process to when did you first this, when did you first this, what did you do with these? So follow with us, join, and I promise you the discussions will get a little more intense. But
Absolutely.
discuss.
Yes, yes. Please, please comment. We want to hear from you. We definitely do. If there's something that you, like you said, we need to be discussing, please jot that down. And if there's something that you really don't know and you feel a little bit shy about putting it there, please do, please, because this is the forum, the safe space by which you can do that. So we welcome that as well.
And tiramisu, can I just, this is not about stereotypes. I just need to do a quick little clarification on something.
Absolutely.
So I just want to clarify to whoever's listening to us. I did grow up using the term Black for African American people. I don't see Black as a negative thing. Blackness in and of itself has never been negative to me. The reason Buttercup, I got close there, to use the term African American is because the people I'm around and the people I love and respect prefer that title. So never in my life, never before, not now, do I find Black as an offensive term. But I live to constantly correct, to be respectful of what those around me want. Does that make sense to you, Tiramisu?
Absolutely does. Absolutely. This is a constant ever learning process that we all are in. And so if we remain open to it, we'll all learn something every single day. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Tiramisu. Well, it was awesome discussing with you today.
It was wonderful discussing with you too. I'm so looking forward to the next discussion.
Absolutely. 2 weeks, we'll be back with you.
Yay.